welcome back to my channel. If you are new on this channel, like if you are seeing my face for the very first time, I know you do be wondering, who is this girl? Yes, welcome to House of Ella. My name is Ella and I'm a Nigerian registered nurse, and also I'm a new YouTuber and I'm vlogging from Kaduna State, the northern part of Nigeria. Okay, what do you know about the north? What do you know about people from the northern part of Nigeria? If you're watching me from Nigeria, what do you know? What do you want to know about them? You can drop it. I'm going to film it and show you so you get to know what life here is all about. So my channel is about lifestyle, it's about relationship, it's about healthy living. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I actually don't know what you're waiting for. I'm new on YouTube, so you have to help your girl grow. So click on the subscribe button, and most importantly, click on the notification bell so you get to know when I post my videos and follow my videos. Don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Your comments are actually very, very important. Okay, so you're welcome. And then if you're already a subscribed lover, I'm grateful and I appreciate. Thank you, and thank you for coming back again. So today I have a very interesting topic. A very, very interesting topic. Like, you know, I'm a single girl, so I love to find out things that single people are doing wrong, that are not really okay, things they need to work on, things they need to adjust. Okay, so today I have a very interesting topic I want us to talk about. Your comments are actually very, very important. So bring your seat, come closer, let's dissect this together. Okay, red flags. A lot of people know about this thing, a lot of people ignore it. Now, red flags, I'm going to be listing things you should never ignore as a single person, or a single person who is even very much ready for marriage. Okay, there are so many things that we ignore that cause us more harm than good. If you look at the world today, the rate of divorce is on the increase. The rate of failed marriages are increasing by the day, especially in the past 2 decades. It's been something else. People get married and in 1 month, 2 months, they're no more comfortable with each other. And I want to believe that these people saw these red flags, but they decided to either ignore it or they just decided to, you know, pretend about it and act like it's not a problem to them, and they end up not being comfortable and of course walking out of that marriage. So right now, like today, I'm going to be talking about these red flags. I'm going to be listing like 4 or 5 red flags you should never ignore. Now, marriage is a lifetime adventure. You should not ignore anything that you are not comfortable with, okay? Because once you get in there, it's expected that it's for better and for worse. We're not praying for the worst though, we pray for better and for better. But then it's a lifetime investment, so you should never ignore any of these red flags that I'm going to be talking about. Okay, so if you're already in a relationship or you are thinking of getting into a relationship, I am going to be telling you things you should look out for and things you should not ignore. A lot of people notice these red signals. They can also be called signals. They notice these signals, but they either ignore it or they pretend like it's not a problem, I can handle it. Hey, there are things that don't change even after marriage. Bad character is one of them. You can't change anybody. You are not the Holy Spirit who changes people. So all these things we ignore and say we're going to work on them, we're going to change this guy or this woman, and when we get into marriage we realize that these people would not change, and when we become uncomfortable, that's when divorce comes in. So while we proceed on this topic, I want you to know where you are, what you have been noticing and you're not comfortable with, and actually work on it. Okay, now I will be listing them one after the other. Number 1 on my list, if you see me looking this way, just know that I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to miss any point. I usually do have my notes, so I don't miss out on any point. Number 1 on my list is lack of agreement. A lot of people argue so much in their relationship. They don't agree, especially in vital aspects. They don't just agree on anything. Once you are with somebody and there's always disagreement in basically everything the person brings up or you bring up, just know that it's a red flag. You don't ignore it, because you are supposed to be in agreement with the person you are planning on spending the rest of your life with. Once you're having that disagreement all of the time, it's something you should be careful about and watch it. Okay, you can't just say, okay, you can't just say you want to have 2 children and the person wants to have 5 or 10, and you try to talk about it, the dangers of having too many children and not being able to take care, and the person is not dancing to your tune. It will cause a problem later, or it will jeopardize your own health, because your reason. Like, for instance, if you're a woman, your reason for saying, okay, we shouldn't have 10 children. It's not like it's bad to procreate. No, it's just that you have to bear the number of children you should be able to take care of. But a lot of people ignore these things. You argue basically over everything. He doesn't want you to work, but you want to work. Like, for instance, I'm a nurse, and probably my future husband or my future spouse doesn't want me to work. He just wants me to be a housewife. Personally, I'm not going to agree to that, because I want to have fulfillment in my profession. So that moment we have argument, it has happened severally to me, and I ended up saying, no, this is not the right person, because you can't tell me that I won't practice what I struggle to read. Okay, so that moment you are always in disagreement, basically in everything, is a red flag, and you need to watch it. And then number 2 is physical attraction. Yes, you don't have to rush and marry someone you are not attracted to. Yes, she has to be as beautiful as you want your wife to be. She has to be as tall or short, body size. You just have to be comfortable with the person's physical appearance, because when you eventually close your eyes or ignore those things and get into marriage, you are not going to enjoy it, because you are not comfortable with these things. I once had someone like he wanted a bigger person. Yes, he wanted a bigger person, and I'm like, for God's sake, I am a healthy lifestyle coach. I need to watch how I shouldn't add above this, and it was a problem for us. I also met someone else who even wanted a smaller person. Okay, so these are things we need to watch. You need to make sure that when you're going out with your spouse, you are so confident, like you're so comfortable, you're so much proud of this person, not someone that you will be hiding, or you will not even be proud enough to say, meet my spouse, or meet my girlfriend or my boyfriend. So once that person is not proud of you, like he's not ready to go out with you and introduce you to people, or introduce, you guys just hang out together, just know that this person is not proud of you, and it's a red flag. You should watch out for that. Okay, yes, I had someone one time ago that I liked. It wasn't actually really what I wanted, but then at a point I said it doesn't matter. But actually in my mind it did matter, and thank God it didn't work out, because he would have still been a problem anyway. So make sure she's as fat or as slim or as fair. Make sure the body physique is just what you want, because if you end up ignoring this thing, you are going to have a problem in marriage, because you're not going to be comfortable with her. Especially for the men, if you are dating a woman, make sure she is the way you want. If you want a slim person, go for a slim person. If you want a chubby girl, go for a chubby girl. Don't come and put someone into thinking and depression, because she's probably adding weight. There's this thing about childbirth. In as much as we encourage women to take care of their bodies after childbirth and lose some weight, there are some that no matter how much they try, they just can't lose this weight. So if you had married someone who is not even comfortable with you being fat, he's obviously going to lose interest in you, and you're going to have a very big problem. So make sure you marry someone who likes you the way you are and knows that probably after childbirth you're going to add one of you're going to add, and is comfortable and okay with it. Okay, number 3 is mental agreement. Is the person intelligent enough? Does he think reasonably? What are his suggestions like? When you ask him some questions, how does he answer? You can't marry a daft person. You can't end up with a daft person. You can't end up with someone that cannot contribute meaningfully to a conversation in public. Okay, so make sure the person is as intelligent and as mentally fit as you want him or her to be. Don't ignore people who don't reason well. It will not work. Okay, these are the things that when you become uncomfortable with in marriage, you opt for a divorce. So make sure these people fit in mentally. Okay, then number 4 is Miss or Mr. I know it all. There are a whole lot of people who say no to every correction, like they know basically everything. This kind of people don't take correction. They claim they know. Before you even say something to them, they say they know these things. Like they act, they don't take corrections. Who are you to even correct them? Yes, I also have come in contact with such kind of persons, and I'm like, no, this is not going to work, because you can't know it all. You can't just know it all. You are supposed to humble yourself and take corrections when one comes. You don't just say, I know. It's always your way. So make sure this person is correctable. This person is teachable. This person is humble enough to take corrections from you. Don't ignore these things, because it's going to cause quarrel and problems in your marriage. You can't just go in with somebody who argues even when he knows it's totally wrong. Someone who is ready to argue from today till Jesus comes back. You can't just end up with that kind of person. Okay, and then also know that there are things you can't change. If this person is not correctable right now before marriage, even in marriage, he's not going to accept any correction. So make sure that you are ready to tolerate this kind of person forever before you say I do. Okay, and then the next point is lack of respect. Like, I've been reading stories of people who don't respect their spouses. Hey, if while you're dating, this girl or this guy doesn't respect you, hello, even after marriage, it's going to continue like that. Like, he's not going to give a fuck about you or your opinions. If this person doesn't respect your family right now, just know that it's a red flag. It's a signal for you to know that he or she is going to continue like that even after marriage. A lot of people are like that. They don't respect you. They don't respect your family members. You will see a man abusing his wife and even insulting the girls or the woman's mom and dad and the family as a whole. So make sure this person respects you as a woman or as a man, and then respects your family as well, because you wouldn't want someone who will say your mother is mad or your father is mad. Okay, and make sure this person respects you. When we say respect doesn't mean you should be scared of that person. I once also met someone that I'm scared to talk to him. I'm scared, like, if he calls me on phone, I'll be picking my words. I'll be like, what do I say now not to offend this person? I automatically know that it was not going to work, because I can't be scared of talking to someone I claim I'm in a relationship with. Okay, so make sure this person is playful, but then while you're playing with this person, don't don't cross your boundaries. Make sure you respect your spouse, your partner. It's very, very important, because if you don't respect your partner, your family members will as well not respect them. Okay, so make sure that you give maximum respect, irrespective of the gender. The men respect your wives. A lot of men don't respect their wives. They feel it's their right to be the head, and then they insult basically their wives all of the time. So you can't end up with someone who will wake up in the morning and start abusing you or start insulting you, would you? Is that what you want? I don't think so. So you have to watch out. Does he respect you enough? If he's making a decision, does he even consider you? If he's trying to say something, does he consider your feelings? Does he respect your feelings? Before he go about doing something, does he involve you? That's respect. How does he talk about you to people? That's respect. You can't marry someone who insults you in front of his mother or his father. He or she is going to continue like that. So you have to watch out for these flags. Now, the last point on my list is that family refusal. Yes, a lot of times our parents do know more than we do. In as much as we have our choices to make, in as much as we have our rights to choose who we are marrying or who we are living with, but always remember that your parents know more than you do know. Okay, so sometimes there are times they will say, this one is not good enough for you. Make proper inquiry and make sure that you take advice from your parents, because they know more than you do. Okay, yes, your choice should be your choice, but then seek family opinion also. Please don't forget to click on like, share and comment. Very important. And don't forget to subscribe. The goal is to get 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. Please help me achieve my goal. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I love you all.